Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 78 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. I'm just chilling, don't mind me, playing with frames and aura nodes. Yes, as we saw last episode, frames and aura nodes, specifically not the node of course, but actually the crystal core that you can use to move the nodes around does work on frames, which is pretty much excellent news for me because it means I don't have to constantly rebuild it every time. So let's go ahead and activate this guy, and hopefully one's closer than the other. I guess it really doesn't matter which one we bring closer together. Let's see, which one's this guy start going to pull in? I don't know. I didn't actually check which node was... Okay, good, that one's closer. Cool. Yeah, I didn't actually check which node was closer. It's probably getting pretty darn close, though. So, not going to sit here and just watch this thing get dragged over, but I will make sure that I'm filming when it's time to watch the whole merger of the two nodes, because that's what we're really interested in seeing. It's going to be pretty awesome. So, trying to bring these two nodes together, and hopefully going to have a decently sized node by the end of it. Over 1,000, I would expect. So that's the plan, and maybe even grab a few more silverwood trees if we really want to, and continue to grow this thing even more, because I think we have run out of silverwood. Yes, we have. No more saplings. Oh well, that's okay, we'll live. Definitely getting a few, not too many, but just a few of the old nuisances, the wisps flying around here, so I'm going to grab my wand of lightning, just in case I need to deal with them a little bit. Cool. So, gonna wait for this thing to move over, gonna merge these two nodes, and then we're gonna proceed with the episode and start working on probably something a little bit new. Alright guys, we'll be back in just a few to watch the finale of this whole aura node merger. Alright guys, looks like the next movement was complete here. We moved the guy right there. Now I'm gonna move him around here-ish, and it might catch that node. I don't know, we'll see. Let's see. Wisps everywhere! I don't think the magical environment that we got going on here is too pleased with me moving aura nodes around, but that's okay. Here goes. Oh, good, it's moving that one. Cool. It will move the closest node within, I think it was 24 blocks, right? So I'm not sure if this thing's going to actually move them close enough for them to start merging, but we're going to see in just a moment. So we've got this guy moving on over. This guy should have plenty of V in it, so that should be good. All right, I'll be back in a moment once this thing is done being dragged. Oh yeah, look at that. Looks like we've got merger. Oh boy. I almost missed that one. Boom. Ha! Cool. Yes, definitely got a node of about 1,089 being the max size. And whoa, that is crazy looking. Look at that. That giant crystal trying to grab those two things. As soon as they got close to each other, they started zipping close together like really fast. So good thing I caught it there, but wow. Nice. Alright, I think we're going to let this thing finish dragging this node. We'll leave him right here where he was. I'm going to clean up this mess of stuff. Not a big deal. And then we've got an awesome aura node. Can you believe it? Over 1,000. And look, you can see it's got that little starburst symbol in the center there. So it's definitely a pure node as predicted. The larger node won. Cool. I love it when things work as intended. Wow. That's a huge aura node, like crazy big. We might want to start working on something to help grow it even further, but we'll probably save that for another episode. We'll see. Cool. Alright, back in a moment. Alright guys, nice huge aura node right here. I am going to go ahead and break this crystal as, you know, might as well, right? Just because, yeah. Long story short, I don't have any more to do with it. I might make another one in the future, who knows, but for now it wouldn't really do too well to keep hanging on to them because, you know, I've got to break this thing down. I'm not going to be moving it around with a, whatchamacallit anymore. So, just clean up all this junk in my inventory for now. I'll put all this stuff away in the auto sorting system, ought to do. Put you guys away, put all this away. Goodness, I have a lot of junk. Okay, that ought to do. Just so I can clean up stuff. Alright, so, nice aura node. Pretty happy with it. And I think that about wraps up the whole how to move aura nodes and merge them process. It's pretty awesome, honestly. I think it's a really neat process to get them moved around. It does take a little bit of work, and of course it would have been a little bit harder without frames, but, you know, that's what I do. I like to make things a little bit easier on myself when I can. Alright, now that this is all cleaned up, let's get started working on maybe something new. Alright guys, just playing around with one of these villagers that trades emeralds for pages. Wanted to show you one of the expensive ones I just found is nether brick. 44 emeralds for that, holy cow. But the good news is they refresh their stock every time you buy a page from them. Every now and then I'm getting these unknown pages. Guessing that's a bug, but not sure. But I've got this guy trapped here for a moment. I think I'm going to head back to the to this world over here and see about putting some of these pages away. Just trying to work up my stock of pages, as I might want to start building a dimension or two at some point. Alright guys, I think I have a plan for what I'd like to take care of and accomplish today. Let's go grab ourselves a book and create a linking book right to where I'm standing. That'll do for now. And I'm going to go set up something else. Let's see, I'm going to place down a linking book stand right here that's going to be used for something pretty important. In fact, I should probably get another one while I'm at it, because we're going to need two of these guys. I'm probably going to just put this right here. Okay, cool. Excellent. Alright, so where am I off to? Good question, I'm glad you asked. Well, if you saw in my inventory, I happen to have some Eyes of Ender. That's right, it's time to take a trip into the end. Now, let's make sure I've got everything equipped on my power armor that I want. I do have a good solid amount of protection going on here. So we can see here our power armor, we've got the energy shields. Yeah, definitely got a strong energy shield on all my armor, which is a good sign. Yeah, I think we're pretty good. Cool. Yeah, so I shouldn't have any much problem taking damage. I've got the power tool. I can shoot cool little projectiles. And I've even got a couple other things. Let's see. I've got in my satchel here, I've got my mining laser. I've got this bow with power, flame, and infinity on it. I've got some wands. This should be all I need to take an adventure into the end and track down the evil and nasty EnderDragon. So let's make sure we bring with us enough items that we're going to need. I'm going to bring probably at least a stack of iron so that I can transmute them as needed into ender pearls to access the portal. And we're also going to need, let's see, I've got my linking book to get home. That's right here. I've got a linking book, an empty book that I'll create into a linking book to find my way around in the end. So it looks like we're about to lose daylight here. So how about I wait for this to sleep through the night, make sure we get a nice bright start to the day, and go find our portal to the end. The Endermen have just been, I don't know, they've been a little bit of a nuisance. They haven't been as offensive as they usually have been throughout the seasons, but they've definitely been sneaking in, definitely been messing with me, and that whole shenanigans in the Twilight Forest definitely requires some retribution. The whole fact that they were disabling my technology for as long as they did makes me think that they're up to something, and I'm just a little bit uncomfortable with what they might be planning. So we better go make a preemptive strike. So I'll be back in just a few minutes after I sleep through the night. Alright, let's see. Where's this stronghold going to lead? Oh, okay, off in this direction, huh? Cool. Made sure to bring a good number of Eyes of Ender with me. Just going to kind of like run off and see what happens. We'll kind of go right here. Okay, back this way now. Alright, maybe this thing's actually closer to my house than I thought. That would be convenient. Alrighty then. Definitely closer to my house than I thought. What is this? This is weird, isn't it? What's going on here? Alright, that's interesting. These guys are sending me in two different directions here, aren't they? Maybe there's two? I don't know. Let's try off this way and see what happens. Yep, continuing to want to go this way. Alright, let's see where it leads us to. Oh, we've got some nice hills over in this direction. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Well, this is just being funny. Alright, let me track down this nether portal, or the end portal here, and I will be back once I've found one. Alright guys, I think I found it. Let's see. Yeah, it's going straight down. Look at that. Boom. Now we're talking. Alright, let's set up like a little platform here with which I can get through. because I want to make sure I can safely get down to this stronghold area here. Let's see. Alright. Yeah, it's kind of like straight down there somewhere. Got my eyes hanging out. This'll do. Remember, kids, never dig straight down. Unless, you know, you're wearing some crazy armor. Alright, once we get down to like a... Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. Hey there, we found it. Awesome. Yeah, especially never dig straight down like that, because that's dangerous. Ah, little annoying things. How's it going, guys? Alright, well, first things first. Let's activate this portal. So I brought a book with me. I brought a book, and I've got the Eyes of Ender that'll hopefully have enough of these to activate this portal. Holy cow, this thing's practically empty. Luckily, I do happen to have enough, it seems. And boom. Hey. Here goes nothing. Yoink. Oh boy. Ah! Did that little thing follow me through the portal? That was rude. And the portal's nowhere near solid ground. Hey, die, would you? What are you doing? There we go, I gotcha. Alright, well, that's interesting. That's really interesting. So we've got a little bit of an ender situation going on here. Good thing I have a jetpack. Alright, well, the interesting part is that I actually got, you know, pretty far away from everything. Ah! Again, good thing I have a jetpack. Ha! That's right. Enderman already attacking me in here. Let's put up a little bit of a safety net. Let's do the following. I'm going to set down my linking book to the overworld, but first, let's create our linking book here. This way, just to be safe. There we go, linking book to the overworld. Let's go. And linking book to the end. Perfect. Let's get ourselves a bit of cobble. Let's see, we could go with marble if we wanted to. Just a little bit of a fancier building material. I know. Dire fancy, not true. Yeah, I'm not really fancy, I know. There we go, that'll work. And might as well throw away a bunch of other junk we don't need while I'm here. Excellent. Back to the end. Alright, I'm just going to set up a little bit of a base of operations for the end assault that I'm going to make here. And I've got a couple plans for these Endermen who've been a thorn in my side since they've arrived on the scene. Alright, me and the Endermen, we got some history. We're going to, you know, just let these guys know not to mess with the direwolf, who likes to jump off platforms. But it's okay because I can fly, hooray. Uh-oh, I hear attacks coming already. Alright, better build a base. I'll be back once I finish clearing out and building up this nifty little house that I'm going to have. Alright guys, I think I've got a pretty stable little house here to live in, a nice exit way, and there's all the Endermen. You can see them all getting ready over there. Don't worry, I've got plans for these guys. Oh yeah, something a little bit new. In the past, I've nuked to the end. I've done a few things interesting. Ooh, we've got some ender beehives there too. What's up, EnderDragon? Ha! Bring it. I ain't got nothing. Nothing to fear from you. Alright, let me make sure that I'm actually, like, ready for this fight. I'm gonna go prepare myself as best I... Whoa! Yeah, he was serious. I didn't think he'd reach all the way over here. Ha! Look at that. Alright. That's the way you want to play it, huh? I was gonna all get prepared and everything, but wow, serious business. All right, let's get our bow. I could probably go with a couple wands. That should probably be at least sufficient for now. I'm gonna clean up my inventory, make sure I've got everything I need. Maybe even jump out to the overworld for a minute, just to make sure I'm safe. I want to maybe deposit just a few items of importance. You know, nothing I have to worry too much about. Oh yeah, don't worry about these soul shards. This was a bug I found. Should probably just delete them, but they're all just copies of the soul shards I had. You can see they're not labeled with anything. I found a dupe bug by mistake, so just threw them in my chest. No, I'm not telling you what it is. It'll probably be fixed already. Don't worry about it. Alright, does this bow work? Alright, I want to get arrows. Yeah. Now we're talking. Power 5. Flame 1, Infinity 1. Alright, let's go take this guy on. I think I've got everything. Don't have to worry too much about it. Just put away a few things I don't think I need. That should be good for now. Here goes. Off to fight the EnderDragon. Ho-ho! Now I'm interested to see how good this thing will work against these. So I think this thing doesn't have any. It's a little slow, but it works. A little bit of target practice. I need to get better with bows. Alright, let's see. Any more of those things? Did I already clear out all the spires? Nice. Alright, EnderDragon. I built a house and you knocked it down within a minute. It really would be pretty crazy to fight this thing without any technology. Alright, let's see what kind of damage this thing will do at max charge. Not a huge amount, to be honest with you. And considering how slow it moves, I don't think that's a worthwhile endeavor. Boy, this guy moves quick. Not to worry, I got this awesome Wand of Lightning. So enchanted up. Potency 3, charging 1. I could even go if I wanted to. Superheat. I think my best bet here is long range. That does some pretty good damage. Oh yeah. Wow, I drained that out pretty quick, didn't I? Yeah, nothing to recharge. I don't have my lap pack on. Almost there. Nice, got him. Experience galore. Ah, I fell through the portal. Alright, I'll be back after this little intro exit thingy. Alright, not a bad fight there at all. Endermen don't look too pleased, but that's okay. Haha. Can you guys dodge this projectile? Oh, a little bit. Can't dodge a sword too much though, can you? We need some anti-Enderman technology here, don't we? Yeah, I think I've got a few plans on how to tell these guys what's up. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright. Let's get ourselves a piston. Do I have any of those laying around? Just because I want to be able to get that ender egg. Yeah, good, I have plenty of pistons. back to the end, please. Excellent. I want to just cover this thing up. And hey, I don't really have enough material to do that. Gonna need some more marble to re-encase our house with, but that's not too big a deal. All right. And then let's get the piston going. And there we go. Nice. Dragon egg, you're coming with me. Back to the overworld. Oh yeah, I've got my little Naga head there, my little trophy. Should I place the dragon egg just somewhere in my house? I don't know. In the past, they've usually caused problems, but I'm not too worried. Where do I want to place this thing? Just my trophy. I have an idea. Ha! There you go. Dragon egg earned. Excellent. Alright, now that I've taken care of that dragon, let's have a little bit of fun with the end. What do you guys say? I thought you'd appreciate that plan. Uh-oh. Looks like an Enderman followed me back to my base. I think they're already a little bit annoyed that I destroyed their queen. Enderman attacks in the middle of the day? That can't be a good sign. Alright guys, I am back, and I decided to move the egg to somewhere I might not accidentally click it, like right in front of this thing that I always access. I want to put together some new recipes in here for the time being. Something like, you know, pretty simple, like, hey, sticks. Alright, yeah, let's encode that recipe. Got it, cool. The other recipe I want to work on is regarding the following. Brass. What can I be doing with brass and sticks? Good question. I'm glad you guys asked, because I'm going to tell you. I have, in the past, you guys have seen me build, I think it was in Season 4, a pretty nifty contraption in the end. It was kind of a fun build, and I had such a good time making it. I want to build something, not exactly the same, of course, but I want to, you know, bring it up a notch. It was a frame-based UFO that basically would travel through the end, doing all kinds of troublesome things, and I want to bring that up a notch. You know, it was pretty basic last season. You know, I mean, it was pretty big, but it was also pretty basic. So what I'd like to do is, you know, just get a little bit fancier with it. So we're gonna, you know, build a lot of stuff with this. It's gonna be a pretty large build. It's probably gonna span a couple episodes. In the end, though, it should wind up being a really cool, nifty build that does a whole bunch of neat stuff. So I need to do some work. First off, I'm gonna need some frames, but I'm also going to need some brass. I just wanted to see here. Let's see, it's 3 copper to 1 tin, right? Okay, so let's just do this, just for fun. And tin. Just to really get things going. Unfortunately, as far as I know, there's no output that you can pump items out of a red alloy furnace. I don't know if that's a bug or what the deal is there, but for the time being, I cannot automate the production of brass. But that's okay. We'll come up with something else. Where do you get brass blend from? Centrifuge? Ah, okay, cool. Brass, okay, brazen combs. All right, I guess you could automate brass that way, but that probably wouldn't work as well. All right, so brass ingots are good to go. So now if I request a frame, so I've got 45 in there already, but if I want to tell it to, hey, you know what, craft me 10 more of these things, boom, they'll start crafting up. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted to see. We've got a couple frame motors that we can, you know, borrow for this progress. All right, so we've got frame. There we go. All right, how about the battery box? I know I've got one of those guys to start working with. Good. Maybe even going to need a few more things. I mean, we're going to need a lot for this build. No joke, guys. I mean, this is going to be a big one. Let's see. Do I have my saw in here? I do. Good. We're going to need a lot of stuff. What I'm thinking I might want to do is snag some sapphires and maybe some rubies might not be a bad idea. I mean, I just got a ton of these things, so we might as well, right? Let's do this. You ready? I'm going to just do this in here. Yeah, I spelled sapphire wrong. My bad. Sapphire block, go. There we go. Ruby block, go. So much easier. Just because I have so much of it, it's going to make it easier to build with. Trust me, you'll see why in a minute. Or maybe not in a minute, but in a little bit. So that gets me my ruby and sapphire blocks. That should be cool. What else might I need for this crazy frame contraption? We're going to need, to be honest with you, just tons. But let's get started heading out to the end. Like I said, similar in build structure to something I've made in the past, but not exactly the same. Let's build it. Oh boy, already some Endermen causing trouble up on my roof. How's it going, guys? Do I have... nothing really too fancy. That's okay. We'll just knock them out like that. Get off my roof. Hey, you kids, get off my roof. Alright, there we go. Much better. Let's start building this thing. It's going to require several mods and a bit of a plan. We might want to be a little bit higher than this. This might be good. This will probably be pretty decent. Alright, here's where I'm going to start the contraption building. Support frame, you're ready to go. So that would be 9 by 9 internal. Will that be enough for me? That's the question. Oh boy, already some trouble going on here. We're gonna have to make sure we're nice and safe. You know what, that might be just one too big for 9 by 9, but that's okay. So now you can see why I have the frames in the recipe thing going and cooking up tons and tons and tons of that stuff. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of frames. So basically we've got probably a 10 by 10 right now, or 9 by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm counting here, Enderman. I like how they run away. Yes, 10. So just a little bit too large. No big deal. I might want to put that Aqua Affinity ability on my tools. If I do that, I think it helps with my mining ability while flying, which will be very helpful during this build process that I've got planned here. There we go. Okay, so I'm debating if that's going to be enough space for me to work with. I don't know. We'll see. Got some cool stuff planned here. Trust me, guys. I got a bunch of more offensive ideas for the end. All right, so how's my construction going back here? I should have gotten at least a stack of brass. That's good, because we're going to need lots of this stuff. Frames, please. Need more. 64. That should do. Shouldn't be a problem. There it goes. We'll let that run for a bit, and I'll be back. Alright guys, looks like I already have my underwater harvest speed boosted up to 100%, so that's probably as good as we can go. I'm cooking up more brass, as you can see, and I'm just going to do my best to get just tons of these frames, because we're going to need, like I said, a lot. Another 64, please. I already threw a bunch of brass in there just a minute ago. Let's head back to the end and see what kind of trouble I can get into. Cool. So, basically, want to start working on a machine that'll be able to fly through the nether, causing all kinds of mayhem and destruction. If you watch Season 4, like I said, you've seen something similar, but I've got some other plans, some upgrades, some changes, and just hopefully, overall, a little bit more fun to be had with this crazy contraption. However, unfortunately for now, I think we're getting pretty close to that wrapping up point. But before we do wrap up, I'm thinking I might want to at least demonstrate to you guys the caterpillar drive. I mean, you've seen them before, but maybe real quick I'll just show you. The reason for the red and blue is I want to have different colors for my panels versus my covers. And just now, off the top of my head, I decided that red would be our covers and blue would be our panels. And I'm probably going to need just a little bit. Oh yeah, I don't want to leave my saw there. It's a little harder to navigate with machine uses power suits for flight than it is with the flight that I'm used to from the gravity suit. Just a little bit. It's just different. I think it just takes a little bit of getting used to. Alright, I need a red alloy wire. Good, I've got enough for now to get going. And do we have any wireless? I have a wireless receiver. Excellent. And, repeater by chance? Nah, just a vanilla one. Ah, it's alright. Let's see. Repeater. I'm thinking I'm just going to need one of these at least. What am I missing here? I've got wires. That's probably what I'm missing. I need 3 of them. And that should get me a repeater. Perfect. Alright, that's probably everything I need. But let's see. The end. Off we go. And you guys have seen me build caterpillar drives somewhat frequently, so I'm not sure if I really want to go crazy building it, you know, this time around. Let's get our saw going here. That'll do. Alright, yeah, let's put together this thing real fast just for you guys to see this thing working. Alright, hopefully this will work. I just real quick place down a redstone energy cell there to keep things charged up. Or, yeah, no, battery box, yeah. We'll put down this thing. That'll move the frame forward. And then this frame, when moved, should move that guy back into place. Perfect. Working exactly as intended. So that's the basic plan. Now we're going to have to do a bunch of wiring and a bunch of other cool things to get this going, but in the end we should have a frame machine that can at least move in 2 dimensions. I don't really think we need to go up and down, but you know, if we ever do hit that position where we need to, I mean, I could always just clear out some terrain if it gets in my way, but I think in the end here, let's see, I've got Y72, that's like right around here. I'm not going to hit anything beneath me. I might run into some of these, you know, obsidian pillar things, but we can deal with that when we get to the point. I mean, I could always just kind of navigate left and right to get around it. Cool. So that's the plan. We will be deploying some weapons, a couple different plans to destroy these Endermen and let them know that they don't want to mess with the technology of Direwolf. But unfortunately, like I said, time to go. So, hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll catch you guys next time. We have a lot of plans to put together. Like I said, this will probably be a multi-episode build, at the very least 2 or 3 episodes. Alright guys, Direwolf 20 signing off. Take it easy.